Welcome back to The Good Talk, the show where we discuss what's hot, what's grot, and everything in between in the wide world of Warhammer. Thank you all so much for joining us. I'm your host, Adrian Phillips, and here I have the magnificent Jonathan Blake.
What's up? I'm excited. Points changes. Kind of weird in the way they were released. We're getting a little bit of whiplash, right? We just had some points changes that everyone got to see in like that data slate. The Codex dropped, which has its own points.
Yep.
But now they're releasing another iteration on these points, but
maybe
it's not out yet.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. The points are all over the place, and it is frankly confusing. So if you were confused about which Space Marine points to use, you're in the right place. Don't worry, even we have been confused. You're confused, I'm confused. There's a lot going on. So, of course, welcome if you're joining us live, and if you're not joining us live, how come? What gives? We do a Good Talk generally twice a week after our game shows, so come on by and say hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Thursdays and Saturdays, most likely.
Yeah, absolutely.
After those games.
Absolutely. So if you have any questions specifically related to Space Marines and their points, let us know. But otherwise, we're going to dive on in and talk about what this means. So this was, I think, a couple days ago now.
Very recent.
Very, very recent.
Yeah.
We got sent the updated points for the Space Marines. And they said, you can talk about this now.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, when does it come out? They're like, soon.
Wow, so specific.
So specific.
That's so shit. And like
we
were able to talk about the Codex last Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't even think we used those points.
No, well, we didn't have them, frankly.
Right, we didn't have those points.
If you go and look back, I guarantee we're slightly off. We kind of guesstimated certain things. The Space Marine Codex came out, and it was clear that it had been obviously written before the current points changes. Desolation Marines were back to squads of 10. They were back to dirt cheap. So it was clear that this was just kind of out of date. But what wasn't clear is how the other stuff all kind of lined up. So I will say this, the idea from Games Workshop is, generally speaking, the points in the Codex will not be used. They're there in case you are playing in the Amazon, you have no internet connection or whatever. You can play with them and it'll still be a game, it'll give you some basis. But generally speaking, always use the digital version.
Right.
It even comes with a QR code. So this document, which hasn't been released, is going to be released before the Codex comes out. So by the time you guys get it in your hands, you will have the correct and up-to-date points. So it's a bit awkward mostly for content creators for now, but for y'all at home, once you get it, it'll all be sorted out.
Right.
So they're slowly moving towards digital systems.
Yes. I mean, I like it. I like that they're willing to fix points on the fly whenever they need to be fixed. It is a lot of iterations to keep track of, but as long as you know that you go digitally, you're always going to be in the right place. I can see this changing again soon, right?
Totally.
Because the Space Marine Codex hasn't been in the general population
Correct.
to be play tested, right? So it could be adjusted again before the next data slate, in an FAQ or if it needs to be. It's really that out of line, right?
That's a great point. And there's a couple of units, we're going to talk today about the true changes. There's a couple of units, of the new units actually, that did get changed from the printing. I'm not going to extrapolate too much about that. People are like, oh, they already got nerfed before they came out. It's like, no. This is like given previous thoughts and discussions on what they've seen. So we're not even going to really spend much time on that.
Yeah.
Jump intercessors are a bit cheaper. The jump captain's a bit cheaper. That's about it. But we do want to take y'all through the changes that are new from the balance data slate changes, right?
Yeah.
So these are the actual new points changes.
Yep.
Let us know if we missed anything. I don't know how you would know that, I guess, but let's take a look.
Yeah. We got them all written out for you, so you can make those adjustments just using this. Boom, I love it.
Here we are. So we'll start with infantry and bikes. So here we can see, by and large, these are points reductions. The only thing that went up is aggressors.
Yeah.
Which,
this makes sense on paper to me. I think aggressors did get better. You saw them go up a weapon skill. So they're hitting on 3s in combat instead of 4s. That should have already been the case. They are pretty cool with the extra AP to the closest eligible target in shooting.
yeah, and things with bolter discipline. When you take bolter discipline and the biologists, they actually can kill almost anything. Well, not almost, they can kill a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because they're lethal on 5s, rerolls from oath, just proccing.
Yeah.
So I think even before the +1 weapon skill, I would have been okay with this. And with the +1 weapon skill, totally fine. I think,
Right. They're a big synergizing piece with a lot of the damage multipliers that you see, all the keywords, because they have so many shots. So again, on paper, this makes sense. A points increase because it's such a key piece in Space Marine combos. But I mean, it's still a limiting. It's a short-ranged unit. I feel like only some of the sub-factions can pull this combo off.
Very true.
Right?
Yeah.
So other sub-factions are suffering as a result. So I'm like, okay, sure, that makes sense, but 10 points.
Yeah, not too big of a deal. I believe that is for the 3, so we'll go up to 20 for the stack of 6.
Yeah.
So you can see all these are based off of the small stack, the minimum. So 3 Inceptors, 3 Outriders, 5 Terminators, so on and so forth.
Good point, good point.
The rest of them are pretty minor overall. Inceptors, Outriders, Terminators, -5. The Inceptor is very surprising because I think they're already an amazing unit. 5 points isn't really going to change that.
Like the first thought is like, I'll pay those 5 points.
Right?
Yeah, Inceptors are great.
Absolutely. Outriders are like still probably not that worth taking, but we're getting there.
Outriders, yeah.
This puts them at like 95 for 3. Like,
yeah. Again, I mean, I'd rather them go down than up.
for sure.
They, yeah, they might be interesting in some sub factions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terminators and Assault Terminators. This is interesting because at least one of them actually did go up during the balanced data slate, and then now went back down. Now the regular Terminators did get objectively worse in the sense that they used to get +1 to hit and ignore modifiers against the Oath target. Now they only get +1 to hit. They don't ignore modifiers. So they just got worse. And they got a little bit cheaper to whatever.
Okay.
So I think it's fine, makes sense. Like, and Assault Terminators, -10 points, sure, it's cute. It's
Cool.
good.
Yeah, again, like you're paying a lot of points. This is like 10 points off was like 185 point unit or something like that.
Yeah, it's like, I think that's exactly right. I think 185, 195, and that's a great point because it's proportional, right? 20 points off 3 or 400 point unit, no problem. This next one, however, 10 points off of a scout unit.
What?
That is a massive jump. They went from 65 down to 55. Huge, big drop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The last time they were 55 points,
Yep.
they were good.
That was the time. That was right after the Castellan meta, I think.
Yeah.
And when GW came over and they came to LVO and we were all playing like 30 scouts and like, you animals, what are you doing?
We should do something about this.
They made them so mad. They put them into the elite slot and took away their objective secured.
No.
And they've been in there forever.
They've been in timeout for a while.
I don't think this is going to be a huge issue. They're not battle line. I don't think they're battle line.
No.
Yeah, so you can only run squads. You can only run 3 of them.
I think this is nice because there's a new scout kit, right? And now you're like, okay, are scouts more interesting, or inceptors are more interesting? And do I have the points for inceptors? Should I take scouts instead?
Exactly.
It's actually an interesting trade-off. You can probably get 2 scout squads, not 3, for the price of inceptors.
Yeah,
I think
55.
inceptors are probably 130 now.
No, it's maybe like 1. I think it almost exactly just double times 2. Like
Oh,
110.
really? Oh, 110. Okay.
Or 105.
Okay.
So yeah, you can get two for 1.
Yeah.
I really like that. And then got rid of the sniper scout unit, which is the lone op unit. That was the one that was dominating before. All Space Marines were running that.
Because snipers snipers got a huge buff.
Yeah, and lone op, it's huge. So you get in the new kit, you get 1 sniper, I think 1 heavy weapon, so missile launcher.
Yeah.
So if you have your sniper kits, don't throw away those models. You just need to spread them out, And I have like the inverse. My fists, they're all like bolters, and I'm just getting 1 unit of 5 snipers and putting 1 sniper in each squad. So that's what you could do.
Very cool.
Stern Guard. Look, they better be at least -10 points because they just got worse. They lost Oath because everyone lost Oath, and now their double shoot once per game is just reroll 1s against Oath target to wound. So this is a nice gesture, but they're still
Yeah.
they're beautiful kit.
Is it reroll all wounds if you're on an objective or something, or
No,
it's just 1?
It should be, right? Yeah. Or even give them old Oath back. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
They need 6s.
Yeah. It's hard to make them work now.
Yeah.
They were very interesting before.
Right? So this is like in the right direction, but probably not enough.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's infantry and bikes. It's not the characters, which we'll talk about. Good. Boom. This is vehicles.
This is dense.
This is a lot. And look, they're all down. All down.
Oh, that's what I like to see.
Look, this made your list possible today, I'll be honest.
I know. I was surprised how many vehicles you can fit now. So much. This is good. I mean, you got to do something when you lose half of your army rule. So I think this is all good changes.
Absolutely right.
I can see this netting, easily 100 points at least, buying you at least another unit.
Yep.
So Space Marine players should feel good. with these changes. Do
These
you want to go over these?
It's relatively high level. I think the only one I want to really shout out is the Ballistus, because the Ballistus already saw like a 40 or 50 points decrease before, and it was already like, okay, now we're taking this.
Yeah.
Another 10 points off. I have one Ballistus. I need to go. I'm going out and buying 2 like today. So tomorrow. That's huge. Ballistus are awesome. The only one I wanted to call out.
Yeah. The Ballistus, I mean, because I can see it coming from 2 angles, and it's hard to balance from a GW's perspective.
Yeah.
Like a new codex just came out. It's a new model, so they wanted to do pretty good, but it also was very underwhelming when it first came out. So the stigma was like, oh, it's so bad. New codex mixes things up a little bit. It might still be bad. It might not be. Oh, we should decrease the points just in case. Is it too cheap? Is it
right?
Where is it at? And so it could be a steal if you play it just right. The new sub-factions also make it interesting as well.
The fallback and shoot with Ironstorm is huge for the Ballistus because it was the worst. Like you get tagged up.
How many times does the Ballistus get tagged up? I think everyone took a turn with the Ballistus, and everyone got it tagged up every time, and then or like just line of sighted, and then we never pushed it again.
And you can advance and shoot now with Ballistus or Ironstorm.
Yeah.
So they're cool model. Let's get them on the field.
Yeah, executioners though.
Like these are all, other than the Invictor and the Flyers, great units. The Storm Speeders also all went down 10. The Hail Strike did get worse, unfortunately. This was the +1 AP. Now it only works against infantry.
Oh no!
Which is tragic. So,
you like that one,
right?
That was the good one.
That was the good one. I think there might be another vehicle slide.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Oh, there we go.
Hammer Fall Bunker. Am I right?
Baby.
35 points.
35. Now they did lose the thing that they like shoot at everything. I think they don't even do that now. I don't know why. Too time consuming.
Yeah. Oh, it might be too powerful.
Right? It's too crazy. Impulsor down 5 is great because they're also interesting now.
Yeah.
Fire Strike and Razorback, fine, whatever. They need reductions, I think. I feel like I might have missed one here because I think the Lancer also got a slight reduction.
Oh, no way.
It was another case of like, it was too cheap and then went up and then now it went back down a little bit. Okay. I could be wrong, but that's also important in comparison to the Ballistus, right? Because I was always like, well, why don't you just take a Lancer?
Right, because this is faster.
Yeah.
Hot dog shaped.
Right. So that's vehicles. Look, you could save 105 points with 3 Hammerfall bunkers.
That's crazy.
Shane's gonna do it.
Look, that's our next YouTube video right there.
Characters. We're gonna start with non-named characters. And this one you can see I wrote it a bit awkwardly because pretty much all the characters changed. And they changed between 5 and 10, 5, 15, 5 points, 10 points. I'll say this. Where you're looking at the librarians, 5 to 15 points. The 15 points was on Terminators. And that's pretty much across the board. We'll see the same thing about Chaplains in a moment. Librarians went down 5 points. If it was the Terminator variant, it's going to be down 15 points. And Lieutenants, I can't remember who went down the most. Not the combi weapon Lieutenant, who is amazing.
The lone op one.
The lone op one, amazing one. Attack Marine's down 10 points.
Yo.
I mean, again, you had 2 of those today.
Yeah.
And they're like 55 points now?
That's crazy. I mean, they don't do much.
Yeah.
It's only 4 wounds with a 2-up armor, but it has some abilities that will just almost never come up. Like if a vehicle dies near you, you get 7 more attacks.
Oh yeah.
You know, like all right.
I forgot.
And then you're really just using it for the +1 to hit, which you're really already doing.
Right. I think this is good that the GW is realizing these characters are truly glorified buffs, so you got to make them pretty cheap.
Right. They're support roles, right?
Like the 30-point Dialogist is like, she needs to be 30 points. Yeah. It's less than some enhancements.
And you take too many, now you're just giving up secondary. You know?
Exactly. Now, so that's characters part 1. Let's take a look at part 2. It's going to be, spoiler, most of... Nope. Did I not? Oh, no!
There's only 4.
No! All right, we're going to stall for time.
I see.
You see what happened?
Okay,
Maybe I messed up.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to pull up these characters in a second.
Yeah.
But I can talk a bit about Chaplains. Same thing. They went down 5 points. Terminator variant went down 15 points.
Ooh.
So that's spicy.
Yeah, you just never saw Chaplains played too often.
No, you don't. Certainly not the Terminator ones.
Yeah, dude. And like they're getting new kits too, right? So it's like
I know.
You gotta want to bring them.
you got to sell those kits.
I wonder if Blood Angels. No, it's probably just the None of the name characters changed at all, huh?
No, so this is just true Space
Index,
Marine.
or sorry, Codex.
Codex, yeah.
Space Marines.
Yeah, good question though.
Yeah.
Same with captains. Captains went down about 5 points. Terminator captain, 15 points.
That's fair.
The captains though, or at least I think you take more. I think one of the reasons you don't see Terminator chaplains is because you see Terminator captains for things like the battle tactics.
Yeah, the free strat is hard to pass up.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not Ultramarines with Gilliman. Just throwing that out for free.
I'm glad that we're seeing the captain abilities still matter, almost matter more, because there's a lot. They're very generous with their battle tactics in this book, in this codex, which is great. Yeah. Because otherwise, like you wouldn't take captains. That literally decided the fate of that.
There should be a captain in every battle, right? Like it just feels good. It feels cinematic. You think of Dawn of War, he's always the poster boy, the one captain. Even if it's not a big chapter or a big like sub chapter, the captain's like should be leading the charge here.
That's why you play Space Marines.
We're gonna see it. Oh, here we go.
Could be.
Boom.
Wait, spoiler.
There.
We'll come back to that.
Wait, what?
No, go left.
Wait,
one.
what?
Wait,
Wait, I want to go back to the other one.
Okay, we're good. We're good there. That's good.
I figured it would.
Yeah. So rest of the characters. Ancients 5 and 15. Same thing. Terminator Ancients down 15, which I love because I think with the Vanguard Spearhead, we're going to see a lot more of those. I think we're going to be taking a lot of
jump, Cap?
No, Terminator Ancients.
Oh, okay.
To give them the blade-driven deep enhancement. So like Saturday, a little spoiler, we're going to see Lysander with Terminators, and then an Ancient Terminator with blade-driven deep, because obviously Lysander can't take an enhancement because he's an epic hero, but you take this guy to give them the upgrade, and the +1 OC is important on Terminators. OC1 just not going to cut it. Regular Apothecary, not by a load, just went down. Jump Captain's down 15, and then Chaplains we talked about. Yeah. So that's characters.
Cool.
Epic heroes. Let's take a look.
Hey.
By and large, everyone loses points. Except for Vulcan, because they realized he's going to be real good in this book.
Vulcan is like a huge linchpin.
Yo.
Oh my gosh, she's a multiplier.
Full rerolls for Melta and Torrent weapons against a target unit with a 24.
Yeah. I think it's reroll wounds, but yeah. 24 visible, reroll everything.
Oh, no. All wounds, sorry. Yeah.
Which is like you're going to oath the target and you're going to reroll everything.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. We're excited about him. We were talking about putting him in company heroes or something because he doesn't technically buff his squad. He just needs to see someone 24 inches away and give rerolls to hit or rerolls to wound against that target.
Exactly.
So very good. It makes sense he went up 20 points. You probably take him. Anyways.
So. All these other named characters went down, which is funny because they generally got better. You can put them into more things. Adrax was another shout out, you know?
Make sure you double check this Space Marine Codex and look on what these epic heroes can enter in terms of squads, because they did get expanded quite a bit. I'm just surprised Shrike went down points. Right? He's so good
He's
now.
so good.
He has not only lone op for the unit, but also he can go up and down with the unit. Yep, so really awesome.
Very, very fun. I put Torgaridon here because I thought that was funny because he did not get a reduction. And he actually only got worse. He gives his unit ignore cover. He used to also give lethal. He doesn't do that anymore because I don't know. Well, they want you to take a biologist, I guess. Gilliman went down 20 points. I'm less down on Gilliman than some people.
Yeah.
When you look at Oath going away, you're like, Gilliman's like less interesting because of double Oath. Frankly, I think when I was playing Gilliman, I did the free strat much more often. And, C column A, we're talking about earlier, battle tactics still matter, CP reductions still matter. There's amazing battle tactics that you want to do twice. So I think Gilliman is still very much in, and I'll take a 20-point reduction.
Yeah.
Great. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he makes some of these sub-factions just work so much better.
Right? He's great. That, I think, is everything.
Sweet. Yeah.
Boom. So that's kind of a glance. It's a lot, but not a lot. So that's why we kind of broke it down this way. You can kind of look at it in these chunks. Characters down 5 to 15. The important infantry stuff down. It's gonna be interesting. Some key profiles got cheaper here.
Yeah. It's all good things. All good things. Yeah. I'm excited.
It's gonna be cool. So let us know, of course, in chat and in the comments below what you think about these points changes. What unit are you most excited about now, given what's going on? And with that,
we do have a super chat.
Perfect.
This one.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, yeah. There we go.
Hey.
This one's from Crapco. Thank you so much, Crapco. And they say, have you guys thought how you personally want to push the new Space Marine rules to 11? I'm really high on two Redempts, 2 Lancers, 2 Reapers, 2 Tech Marines, all around a Dark Shroud, and filling out with Inceptors, Scouts,
Nice.
etc.
So good.
Nice.
Oh,
Dark Shroud is this a Dark Angels thing?
Dark Angel one.
Yeah.
So it's gonna make them tougher to hit.
Nice one to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Nice.
Oh, interesting thing about the new Vanguard detachment, by the way. You're -1 to hit. It does not give you stealth, which means it stacks.
Ooh.
Pretty spicy dicey.
Okay.
Did
Capco say detachment here?
No, that's kind of what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
You could run Vanguard to make this tougher, or frankly, probably just
You could also do Iron Storm as
Storm,
well.
I think.
Yeah.
because
This is
the
good.
benefits are just so huge.
Yeah, I think this is efficient, right? This is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought about like maxing
Yeah.
too much. I don't know.
I think these are. These are the units that I would look at like
With
within
the value. Units,
Yeah, exactly. I can think the Ballistus is the only other vehicle that you're missing here with this kind of detachment. But I think Inceptors are very much money. I think Scouts are money. So I think this is fantastic.
Yeah, you can't go wrong
know?
with Inceptors, even though they seem very expensive compared to Scouts. But deep striking outside of 3 inches is just so good.
Yeah, and they're much more interesting too now with the Firestorm detachment as well. +1 strength when you're shooting within 12.
Yeah.
I've been playing around with it because I'm working on my own Space Marines. Right now, I'm still in the phase of like trying things that are strong, but also, frankly, just trying things that are cool and kind of trying them at the same time. So Saturday, when we run, I'll run Vanguard. And I think there's things that I think are very, very strong, such as Lysander, like I mentioned. You can do the same thing with Deathwing Knights, of course, -1 damage. But then I have a lot of things that are kind of a bit more silly, like Eliminators. Just because it matches the detachment. So we're still kind of in the phase of like, not quite stress testing it, but just kind of getting a general sense for what these detachments can do. And then we're going to start pushing it pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they can do. And I'm excited that maybe some of them can challenge Gladius, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah, there's just so many cool things. I'm just like more excited about the options and doing the cool thing than like, actually, I have no idea what would be competitive. Like I want to do Uriel, like an Uriel list where, because his deep strike to a unit is not his own unit anymore, it's anyone's unit. So like deep striking like Dev Sense or something.
Oh, dude.
Would be craziness.
Oh my gosh.
Or like aggressors, things that you wouldn't think could just teleport right in front of you. Uriel could just do. We saw G-Man today, and he was very, very cool.
Yep.
Shrike, we talked about Shrike and maybe like a Vanguard, Vanvet detachment or a unit just charging in, staying safe, and then jumping on you and then picking back up.
The utility's just so
So
strong.
cool. Like, I don't know if they're good things, but there's things I want to do. It's hard to get out of that mindset of like trying to make the cool thing happen. I think this has to be the good. I would want to see some Ballistus in this list, but I think that's about right.
Yeah, for me, I think it's either you push the vehicles to the max, like in a list similar to this, or you push some of the efficient bricks. So like, I mean, it's kind of the same, Hellblasters, Aggressors, Terminators. Those I'm looking at lists that run those bricks, and then a lot of small scoring around that. So Inceptors, Scouts, the Primaris Lieutenant. I think at least one is mandatory in all lists now, because he basically gives you like an army-wide lieutenant on one objective. So I think it's those two sides.
Yeah, Capco is a much better Space Marine player than I am.
Yeah, well, likewise.
Let me know, are Hellblasters even viable anymore? I ran Hellblasters, because like without the reroll wounds, you have
to go against the right target, that's for sure.
It is a high strength, but sometimes it's just not enough. It's not like a magic bullet.
Look at your Firestorm, +1 strength.
That's true.
And you can get a lethal. No, you can't.
Yeah, no, you can get a lieutenant for lethal.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right. Or no, it's a biologist? No.
No, the regular lieutenant is lethal, and it also gives you the fallback and shoot. So
yeah, that's the one.
I think that's the way to go.
That's the one that usually is taken.
Yeah. It's not lethal on 5s, but
yeah. No, his path makes sense because I feel like knights are falling off the top lists, so you have to worry about them less. People aren't going to take as much anti-tank, so double down on the high toughness seems good.
Yeah.
Right. So
I know you were disappointed by the Redemptors today, but I think they're very strong.
No, I just didn't think I thought the combo worked differently. That's all.
Yeah.
So
Likewise,
I should have played them maybe a little differently. But I think they're still good. I mean, they're still Redemptors, man.
Yeah. 2-up save, go into armor,
Yeah.
toughness 11, -1 damage is hard to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, anything short of 4 obliterators with full rerolls.
Yeah.
Thanks, Krapko.
Yeah, good stuff.
Excited to see what he does to it.
Yeah.
So they did respond with another super chat.
And yeah, maybe you're giving us some ideas too, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to throw some collections together. I think we have the Reaper variant, right? But we only have 2 gladiators. They can either be Reapers or Lancers, is that right?
They can be either or, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 in the Krakens as well, so they're separate.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to run multiple? You want to run
We can never run 4 is what I'm saying.
not without
Right.
mixing paint
That's
schemes.
right, that's right. So we can only run 2. Keep that in mind, Capco, when
Right.
like recommending things.
So they did respond with another super chat. Thank you so much, Krapko. And they say, sorry, I meant Iron Hand's detachment for Tech Marine enhancement. That
it's
list
called
I submitted
Ironstorm?
earlier is only 1,400 points. So still tons of room to play with. That's just my personal base I'm starting with.
I like it. so we were in the same court.
Yeah.
That reminds. That's another one. Land Raider Redeemers, which you wanted to run Tuesday.
And Redeemers.
Flamers.
Oh, yes.
With Vulcan.
Oh.
Because you get rerolls to wound back. That's a spicy meatball.
Flamer.
And you can do vehicle shenanigans.
Yeah.
So that's, add that to
Where
the
do
list.
we own a Redeemer, though?
In our Space Wolves. I know. Look, and I played it last Saturday. I played our Redeemer for the first time. Guess what? It was awesome. Killed Be'lakor.
Oh. So if we get a Vulcan model, and we play with a Space Marine or Space Wolf
Wolves, right?
collection.
We'll have a Kraken one very soon. So we'll have Redeemers available to us. Yeah. Hopefully plural. I'd love to try.
Look, if we mix it, we just mix all the colors.
Just do Rainbow Marines.
It's just Rainbow
That's
Marines.
the problem with this book. It's like, okay, the chapters don't matter, but then now it's like we actually have 2 layers, right? We have the detachments, and then now we have the chapters because the named characters are genuinely good.
Yes.
So it's actually way harder now. It really incentivizes you to build just one chapter of whatever color.
Yes.
But for us who have like tried to do them in the actual colors, we're just like,
Which is most people.
which is most people.
Oh, but
I mean, you can play them as whatever.
yeah.
But we as a channel, we
have standards.
We have standards. We can't play Ultramarine symbols as something else.
You could have like a whole rainbow on the table.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
just
know.
look. So
I know.
one thing that I notice a lot when I'm walking by it is the Ultramarines, Blood Angels, and the Iron Fists are all right next to each other.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's like primary colors right there in your
Primary
face, like grabbing your eyes.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's not like they're off those colors. No.
Yeah.
They're like the
truly-
truly
RGB
red
or
RGB.
RGB,
Yeah. RYB. Yeah.
RYB.
Yeah.
I know.
And just like having them all on the
Yeah.
table together would
That'd
be
be pretty sick. There is the last wall defense, which is the Imperial Fist protocol. When the chapter is in danger, when the Legion is in danger, they all come together and they fight. And that one is truly like a rainbow allegiance because they have like yellow, red, black, blue, whatever.
Yeah, Imperial Fist, always the ones to bring everyone together.
You know, they're about building walls, but also breaking them down.
Yeah.
That's a knee slapper. Thanks, Krapko.
What was the last thing? 150, 100 points. A lot of room to play with. Oh, wow, he still can go.
So much.
Jeez.
3 Inceptors, 3 Scouts.
My personal base. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're telling me there's room for more vehicles.
Sounds like it.
Ballistus, maybe if you're going Ultramarine, some G-Man action, you could take it so many directions. You could deep strike a Redemptor. Saying.
Yeah. You're obsessed with Uriel now.
I've been obsessed with him. I think he's so cool. There has to be something there. People are missing something.
Feels like
I'm not smart enough to figure it out. But look, deep strike on demand.
I like the Centurion thing. That's cool.
Yeah, right?
That's really cool.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah.
Centurions are still expensive.
So I will be taking Centurions on Saturday as well.
Oh, excellent.
Similar idea. It's a little bit not as good, but you can do uppy downy with them.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be board edge, but
Yeah,
it's cool.
yeah.
Although you could do Uriel with them in a Vanguard.
Oh my gosh. You're blowing my mind.
And you can redeem strike them because they go to reserve. That's really good.
So many. There's a lot of things.
Go.
Yeah, well, thank you, Crapco. This next one, we have another one that came in. This is from Zinth25.
Hey.
Thank you, Zinth. And they say, I want to put away my obliterators in CSM, but the Ironstorm Detachment has me actually thinking of adding more. Seems like every Marine player has 4+ dreads on a shelf watching, waiting, preparing.
Yes. I mean, we saw today they can even get through Redemptors.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think obliterators are good.
Yeah, they are.
They're just good.
They don't look good on paper. You're like, this is way too many points for what they do. But I do like the block of 4 a lot.
The block of 4 just picks up a thing. It really makes your opponent think, and it's very punishing for your opponent if you play them correctly, where they're staying on the board. You're shooting out of line of sight. You're making them think even more. They're encroaching with the 24 inches, threatening things. I like them. I think they're good. They're worth the points. It adds a shooting dimension to your very combat-oriented CSM. So think about it. Think about it.
Give it a thought. Thanks, Sid.
you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
This next one is from Amsterdam. Hey, Amsterdam. And I say, hey, Titans, still feel like there's not enough shots/reliability of getting damage through from a ballistic dread to make it better than a Lancer. Could be a me problem. I haven't mapped it out.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, I haven't either. You know, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
It's a feel. Ballistic dread, huh?
Feel, yeah.
I'm not. They have the twin lavs, right? It's the twin
No,
lav?
so single las, but if you are...
Is it not
It is
twin
twin.
linked?
It is
I'm imagining 2 shots here. No, it's 2 shots of las, but not twin linked. Okay.
Which are kind of like better because that's higher potential.
It's yeah.
The nice thing is they get full rerolls to hit if you are, not below half or something?
If you're not below half.
Yeah.
Which is the better half.
It is yeah.
It's not the half where you have
Turns
to
out.
wait until it's below half. It's the starting. It's like you just shoot at it.
Exactly. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you like mathematically for sure. They're cheaper than a Lancer now.
Yeah, they can be elected to be awakened or Ancient Fury. Yeah.
Oh, right.
You
'Cause
know?
you wouldn't be able to do that otherwise.
Right. What am I doing?
I
Way
like
too
the
far back.
double strat with that one. That was cool. I didn't even think about that.
But you're right. The Gladiator Lancer has way more shots, as I found today with the Reaper.
Yeah.
It just has all the weapons. You think you're dropping a couple, but you're actually not.
Yeah,
You're
you
just
still get all the small guns.
it's really Stormbolters or Frag Storm.
Right. And you still get the heavy stubber. You get the rocket pods.
Laser
2
Destroyer.
big shots. I mean, you get more big shots with the other one, but these are high damage.
The Laser Destroyer is so good.
I know. There's 2 shots at D6 plus 3, and you get the rerolls including the damage, which is important. The ballistas you do get 4 shots though, and 2 of them are D6 and 2 of them are D6 plus 1.
Yeah.
So I think it's just slightly more specific type of damage, although the AP4 is kind of nice too.
Yeah. Oh man, that's tough. And then the points. I guess the points aren't
The
accurate.
points will be wrong there.
Yeah. But like
see.
percentage-wise, like how much? Like what's the difference?
Let's take a look. Mel's locked outside. I just entered the code.
Wow.
I don't have the points pulled up here now. I don't know how I could find them. It's a secret.
We're just lost.
It requires lots of passwords.
Well, it says 160 for ballistas here. Obviously, there's
They went down like a
10
lot.
or something. And then the Gladiator is 135.
Yeah. See, the problem is this is all
It's like,
it's all relative, and it's going to be.
but like
offset right now.
yeah, it's gonna be up. But the Gladiator is already cheaper here.
Yeah. I think it's a debate,
Oh man.
which I like.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a tough one.
I think it
I
depends
might
what your
be-
list needs, honestly. You know?
I mean, Capco did take the Lancer.
you did.
Yeah. Yeah. The Lancer might be the correct answer. I'm going to side with the Lancer. Look at the points again, but I think it's the Lancer.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Amsterdam. This next one is from, and says, "Hey Titans, how is everyone? I am building my Harlequins army. Any advice or tips on conversions for them?" And yes, is meant to be silent.
Yes, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. I'm just like imagining Bridger's confusion when this next time this is read. We have to stick with it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He's like, what?
Yep, we're all here except for him.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
we're all in the know.
And chat too. Chat.
chat.
Make
Chat's
sure you
here.
don't say the name.
Yeah, don't.
It's awesome. I'm so excited to hear you're working on Harlequins.
A lot of opportunity here.
Right?
Where to
Building-
start?
Advice on tips. Oh man.
So there's an amazing amount of 3D prints.
Mm-hmm.
There are third-party stores that you can go to. Even within the GW line, there are a lot of Jukari that you can pull from. Jukari bodies, similar shape and sizes.
Yep.
There's even kill teams. There are sisters that have Harlequins in them that you can use for certain characters.
Ooh, cheeky. I like that.
You know?
Yeah.
So there's a lot you can pull from.
There's Sigmar stuff. There's some
Sigmar
great Edeneth stuff that you can use for them. Witch elves are great. That's what I use for a lot of mine. Witch elves
Yeah.
from Daughters of Cain.
Any particular conversions you're a fan of or that you've used?
The Witch elves are my mainstay in my Harlequins for conversions because the bodies are just great. They're like super dynamic, and they swap pretty easily with the Harlequin arms without looking too like awkward of like different shapes, because that can be the hard part, because Eldar are like surprisingly big proportions compared to some of the like fantasy models, but that one actually works pretty darn well. Of course, there's the classic Jane Czar. Jane Czar makes great conversion for anything.
Oh,
Great Beheroth, great Troop Master.
yeah, great.
She'd make
Like,
great Death Chester.
yeah, the base is amazing too. There's a lot going on, a lot to build on.
Great hair.
Great hair.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, her hair.
The hair is great.
Beautiful. It's
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing for Lilith too.
Oh, Lilith.
Lilith has great
Harlequin
hair.
conversion. Yeah. Yeah.
Very whippy.
Oh man. I think. Trying to think of anything else. Eldar are hard to convert, right? And Harlequins are no exception. So usually it's looking for things that work as well as they can out of the box, right?
Yeah.
The masks are nice though, because it makes it easy to do like head swaps and things like that.
Yes. Get a great mask aesthetic.
Yeah.
Either keep the Harlequin mask that you get from the kit, or like find another mask that you can do across the army. You know, there's a lot of great masks out there.
Yeah.
Um,
The Drukari, the pilot head, the like blank mask one, is really
oh,
cool,
yes.
especially because it's the same mask as the Shadow Seer uses.
Talk about like the Reavers and also the Drivers in
Yeah.
all of the Drukari. It's like a very cyberpunk, almost like Daft Punk looking mask.
Yeah, it is.
Or like helmet, where it's like
Exactly.
mostly window, or it's mostly like
Visor.
visor, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good one.
Yeah.
There's one I saw someone do online years ago, and I keep meaning to do it, but I haven't come around to it, is the guy in the fur coat in Blackstone Fortress that has like the cane, and he's like, is the
Oh,
mustache.
yeah.
Yeah.
Super sick, right? And he's like fur coat. So they swapped his head with like the grinning like jester face.
Oh, no way.
And it looks so slick.
He's like a,
He's like
yeah.
super dapper, you know?
Yeah, he's very dapper.
Yeah. So that's I want to do that one. So you should do that one,
Yeah, that's a good idea. Wow, that's a good one.
right?
Again, there's so many directions you can go with the characters. Find a good headpiece and conversion that works for your basic troops. That's the hardest one.
Yeah. I think I want to play some Harlequins on the channel soon. Like
Yeah.
we haven't been playing them because they don't really have rules, but
Yeah.
at a certain point,
But you can still make
I
it
just
work.
miss my models.
Yeah.
So we should do that.
Yeah, for sure.
And digital designer just wants to point out for you, John, that name is an anime reference.
Wait. Blank?
Yes,
Okay.
it's an anime reference.
Can't say it.
Do you know which one?
Oh, they're so mean to you. Lindsay putting you on the
know.
spot.
Did you just like popped out of the ground? and was like-
he's told us this before.
It's from My Neighbor Totoro. It's the only anime I know.
Oh man. Oh, I don't know. Look, it's the Death Note where a name goes. I don't know.
Have you ever heard No Game, No Life?
Oh yeah, see, I wouldn't know that one. I haven't watched No Game, No Life. I've heard good things though.
Don't you mean you haven't read it?
Okay, manga bro. Are you a manga bro now?
Manga bro.
You read the manga?
We should get another John that's a manga bro. He's like really short though. And he always wears only white.
And he actually has glasses and.
Yeah. We gotta find one of those.
Well, thank you so much. This next question is from Kraken Shells. Thank you,
Hey.
Kraken Shells. And they say, "Howdy Titans, I have been playing a loyal son of Sanguinius since the Index, but I'm paying for the Codex. So which detachment calls to your
Yes.
inner angel of death?"
Yes. Look, we gotta still talk about the Thursday vote, by the way, and I want to make the pitch to maybe put Blood Angels in that. I know we just played a bunch of Space Marines, but we didn't play Blood Angels.
There's plenty more Space Marines still to be played, so yeah, we should make this happen.
We'll let chat decide, or
Yeah.
Discord really. Make sure you vote on that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Um,
What do you, as a Blood Angels player, what excites you about these detachments?
I mean, it has to be the combat-oriented one.
Storm Lance?
Storm, Air Lance, or whatever element and state of weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, Storm Lance is the one you should probably do that's the most Blood Angel-y. But can I pitch Vanguard to you?
Oh,
Vanguard,
you could definitely.
like the uppy-downy with the speed and the jumpiness.
You could infiltrate
like-
Death Company.
It's like you're playing 9th edition.
I know, right? Actually, there's a few. So even the Firestorm, you can get your +1 to wound back, John. +1 to wound. +1 strength on your Melta pistol, so they actually go to strength 9.
like maybe you'll consider taking Sanguinary Guard.
Hey, they got you.
Yeah, I mean, because you got to take those Meltas. Man.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's so interesting.
maybe I think just Vanguard is fun.
Vanguard. is pretty
And it looks fun, and I want to play Blood Angels, and I want to play fun things, so that makes me.
sweet. Right.
But like Advance and Charge also is very Blood Angel-y. ABC all day.
You also have beautiful Outriders that are unloved.
It's true. Outriders.
Now I do like Outriders a little bit better. They got cheaper. You don't have to run the ATV in them. You could run 6 with the Chaplain, very Blood Angels-y. And
do they have any modifiers to charge? Any reroll to charge? With strat or like a
no, but you can
enhancement?
you can auto advance 9 for strat.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're mounted only.
If you're
sorry.
mounted, yeah. Outriders, yeah, they're cool. Yeah, we can make either of those work. Firestorm is also good.
Some interest. There's more than one interesting option.
Yeah.
Kraken Shells, I'm glad that you are opening yourself up to the possibilities of the book because,
Yeah.
I mean, look, we only, what was it, last week? Or barely last week was the first time we played, no, because you played Gladius Blood Angels at one point, and I just played Gladius Space Wolves. We're only now getting around to it because we're kind of the same way, like, we'd rather play the specialized detachments, but now there's so many new rules, let's have some fun with it.
Yeah.
You know, this is Space Marines, they can adapt to any situation.
Yeah. But big kudos, Kraken Shells, that you stayed loyal to Sanguinius, and you're keeping with it, and you should be excited for this codex, right? You are a part of this codex, even though you're not really codex compliant. You're just trying to make Gilliman happy for now, until he leaves the sector, you know? And then
And they're like, anyways,
yeah, anyways.
here we go, blood drinking again.
But yeah, it's a fun time. Have fun with it. Play them all. Play all 7. Test them out. Let us know what you like. But I want to also test out some things too. So yeah, have fun.
Well, thank you. And with that is all.
We done did it, y'all. Wonderful. So hopefully that was helpful. We know the point situation is odd. Again, if you're watching this live or recently, the points should be coming soon.
Yeah. Don't stress out about it. You probably have it by the time Codex drops.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll happen. Of course, don't forget Saturday we have 2 more Space Marine games back to back. We have an early game, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and another one at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are going to be playing the Vanguard Spearhead and the Firestorm Assault. It's going to be awesome. And of course, don't forget to check out Titan's Terrain on Kickstarter. We are approaching the final days of the Kickstarter, so it's your chance to back it. We're pushing towards the next stretch goal of 350K, which will do a massive Apocalypse game.
We're
getting close?
We're,
Oh,
I don't know when
no
you
way.
checked it last. Well, we're not like, close. But the way that I
closer.
see it,
Yeah.
we're closer. The way that I see it,
Yeah.
we are halfway between the last stretch goal and the
Yeah.
next stretch
That's
goal.
great.
So
That's
we're,
good.
well, kind of. We're a little under
man.
half. But
Every time, the longer Lindsay talks, the worse it gets. It's like, actually,
I was hyped up.
We
actually lost.
And I was hyped up either way.
just a warning, I like to round. I like to heavily round.
Oh, yeah, Mel does the same thing.
Yeah. It just makes it easier, It's a much pleasant, We're at 30. We're at 20. We're almost halfway.
All right, we're almost
Between
halfway
the
to the
two.
We're almost halfway.
I would love to do this big Apocalypse stream because we'll basically take all of these tiles and put them together in a massive game, which we've always wanted to do with it. We've never done. Hopefully, we'll have a Titan at some point. It's coming, so that'll be awesome.
Dude, what if we had all of Titan Watch?
Ooh, that's also coming soon too, by the way.
Digital Designer's sending his out soon. So
Yeah,
Good
I've
digital.
Getting that
seen
soon.
it. It's piling up.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a huge stack
it's
in
like,
the room. We can't even use the office right now.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Awesome. Well, as always, thank you all so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We'll catch you next time on the Tabletop. Bye.